Today at church we talked about forgiveness, specifically about the parable of the unforgiving servant in the book of Matthew. If you've never heard of it, here's the gist. So a master has a servant, and the servant is in debt to him 10,000 talents. Our pastor went into the details, so I'll share them with you. Every talent would be 6,000 denarii, and every denarii is 1 day's worth of work. So to have 1 talent would be 6,000 days of work, and to owe 10,000 talents would be 60 million days of work. That was just a completely unpayable debt. And the servant knew this, so he pleaded to the master to take away his debt. And the master extended him a hand and said, "Your debt is forgiven." Later, that same servant had someone who owed him 100 denarii. And that's nothing to scoff at. That's 100 days worth of work. So it's a lot of debt, and that servant knew that. So he pleaded with him and asked to have his debt forgiven. And the servant who had just had 60 million days worth of debt forgiven by his master would not forgive the servant of his that owed him 100 days of work. Obviously, this got back to the master, who heard that the same servant he had forgiven 60 million days worth of work was unwilling to forgive another person 100 days. And so he put him in jail and said that he would not get out until he had paid his debt. Every single one of us have made countless mistakes, and God forgave our eternal punishment. So who are we to turn around and not forgive our brothers and sisters for the mistakes that they made? The first thing that you have to do to start forgiving someone is understand and feel fully forgiven. If you understand that everything you've done is fully forgiven and you no longer live in shame or condemnation, then you can extend that forgiveness to others. See them the way that God sees them and not the way that the world tells you to see them. See them as God's children and know that you have made just as many mistakes as they have. Pray for them, forgive them, and if possible in this situation, try to reconcile with them. It's our job to show others how Jesus loves them. And the only way that we can do that is by rising above what the world tells us to do and do what Jesus would do. This is day 24, and follow forward day 25.